I find myself wandering around Summit, New Jersey and needing to go to an obscure corner of Jersey City. And at the moment I'm heading the wrong direction, but at some point I'll be turned around and heading the correct direction. Let's see how we get on navigating randomly around. Okay, follow the signs. 24 East Newark. Up here, this is only the feeder road, or the service road for 24 East. But we will shortly be able to merge onto 24 itself. Okay, 24 service road. And now 24 actual. That guy certainly seems to be in a hurry and doesn't seem to care who notices him being in a hurry. The sun is directly ahead of us, and the way the angle is, I can't actually see it because it's occluded by the roof of the car, but I'm guessing the dash cam is getting full glare, which is part of the reason I wanted to record this and save it. The glare will probably depend on how dirty my windscreen is, and it's often dirty. Anybody need a Jeep? I see some right there. 8 Jeeps on the truck. Good view east from here. Very slight haze in the far distance. So the air quality is good to moderate, I would say, just by looking at it. Tattered US flags there on the overpass. I'm never quite clear what that's supposed to mean. Hey look, I disrespect the flag by having it fall to pieces out in the elements. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I am jockeying for position in 78 local. To my right is 78 west. To my left is 78 express. And the lane I'm in is 78 east local. Many people get confused and panic at these signs and cause chaos by changing lanes at the last minute. Which always brings to mind the how many people have never been here before question. Okay, that was relatively smooth. Now on 78 East Local, And at this point 78 is 10 lanes, 5 eastbound, 5 westbound, 3 local and 2 express in each direction. And for a freeway in such a congested and annoying place, it is surprisingly functional. It does flow. There are other freeways near here that are much worse for seemingly no reason. There's a little bit of traffic on 78 West local. I'm not sure why that is. I'm going to be going a slightly tortuous route here. It is possible to get from Summit to Jersey City by going straight down 82 and just not turning all the way through Union. That route has obviously low speed limits and lots of lights and lane changes and stuff. Right now I'm heading east, roughly the right direction at quite a high speed. So the question is, does it make sense to go this way and go south on the Parkway and then turn east and come down, or does it make sense to go the surface streets? I'm guessing right now it makes sense to go this way. Maybe I should do a test another day and record that. We have some maintenance activity happening just past the bridge. What's going on there? There's some slow moving operations. Might just be garbage pickup. I don't see anything particular going on, but the truck at the front is often where they stack up the garbage bags. Yep, there's pre-bagged garbage on the side here. So they're probably just picking up the garbage that was bagged up by the prisoners that do the pickup work. Okay, up ahead is the GS Parkway. If you have a text-to-speech algorithm, say that is tuned for giving directions, such as in a GPS, it will often render that as the G South Parkway. Which of course is nonsense because it's the Garden State Parkway. This is why abbreviations are bad when applied to road names. Lots of car parts and assorted trash down here. It's very, very Jersey to have trash on these loops and jug handles like this, so I think a lot of people throw their stuff away getting on and off the freeway. They don't do it in the local neighbourhoods because it's obvious there, and they don't do it on the freeway because it's also obvious there, and opening your window at 75 miles an hour to throw out a trash bag is less than optimal. So I think a lot of people dump their trash on the exits. Welcome to Jersey. Okay, northbound Parkway, you pay a toll here. Southbound, you do not. And that, of course, is another influencing factor into my choice of route, whether straight down the surface streets or wandering around on the highways. We're now on the Garden State Parkway heading south. This road is chaos, always. Right now the traffic is very light. It's rarely this light. I don't know what's going on. As you can see by the guy in front of us sort of wandering around a little bit lane indeterminate, that's normal here. As you'll see, the number of exits that crop up in fast succession tends to lead to that kind of effect. I'm going to hit that 22 East exit up ahead. There you go, look. That guy was lane indeterminate the whole time and ultimately fulfilled on that. Okay, now that I've gone East 22 exit, I'm going East 82 and following signs for Elizabeth, which is actually where we want to go. All the trash here on this little exit. Right now I think we're in the middle of Union, just off the main street. The town name is Union, New Jersey. It also happens to be in Union County, which I'm sure causes confusion. The county seat of Union County is of course Elizabeth rather than Union. And to further add to the confusion, there is another city in New Jersey called Union City, which is probably 20-30 miles away, and it just barely exists, but the name is out there and it is possible to get confused. I noticed as I was at that stop sign, a Toyota 4Runner went past with the railway adapters on it. It had no visible markings like NJ Transit or other railway related corporations, and I don't think I've ever seen a plain unmarked 4Runner like that with railway adapters. Intriguing. We just passed the Huck Finn Diner back there, famous place of a mafia body dump. And up on the left is obviously the Lowe's, the competitor to Home Depot. On the other side of the Lowe's is US Highway 22, which used to be the main road west from New York before Interstate 78 was built. Not quite as much of a landmark as US Highway 66. Maybe it's even exactly a third as much of a landmark as US Highway 66. I don't know. Okay, you can see the Keene University signs coming up here. This whole section coming up is dominated by the university. And for some reason they feel the need to advertise even in sections which is not related to them. Branding. You can never have too much branding and self-marketing, I guess. Really funky off-brand liquor store there. Cellar. Very generic. There's a plane climbing out of Newark Airport. The bottom, the southern third of Newark Airport is actually in Elizabeth, rather than in Newark. And we're not going to end up super close to it, but we won't be that far off. seen a few people wearing shorts today. Makes me think I should have put shorts on. Too lazy apparently. So if we had not taken the highways for the first section, we would have been in essentially this kind of traffic and this kind of cadence of lights the whole way down to this point, which is why it's maybe sensible to do what I did. Even though it sort of vaguely takes you on a zigzag a little bit out of your way. Okay, I think this is where the actual university starts. Yeah. So here we're actually with university territory, certainly on the right and at some point on the left as well. And I get the feeling this university is thoroughly corrupted by their relationships with major brands like Chipotle and such. Starbucks, certainly. Okay, lane closure ahead. Presumably some kind of maintenance activity again. Let's see if we can figure it out. It looks like a utility truck there. It's got a boom on it. And that is indeed the electric company. And presumably they're working on these wires. Yeah, there's a sketchy looking pole there. So I think they're moving wires around and generally taking care of the power supply locally. So up ahead, 439 is like a little ring road that goes around the centre of Elizabeth. And so the core of Elizabeth is across this light. I'm going to go straight here, but I'm very specifically in the left-hand, leftmost straight lane because I need to go left down a funny little road after the light. Apparently those guys do foam insulation. There's another plane coming up out of EWR. It should be about one a minute, I think. Passing by Phil Risotto Park there. Okay. I need to go left down here, down Trotter Lane, or Trotter something or other. And it's an oblique left. There we go. Trotter's Lane. And this is a funny little part of Elizabeth. I've not spent much time here. There's little weird corners tucked away that are hard to find unless you have business here. There's a drainage channel down there. I mean, that could be a river or something, I'm not sure. The big building in the far distance is the courthouse, right in the center, I think. Okay, here's Irvington Avenue. Where I need to go is up here. I need to go into that ugly beige looking house on the corner there, and when I'm inside there I'm going to fix up an apartment for some people who need stuff fixing, and then I'm going to leave. I'm going to cut off the camera now while I park.